Every time that you make a decision to start doing things to better your life and better yourself, immediately, almost immediately, or at the very beginning, you're gonna get something that you can call it feedback. It's gonna feel so hard. Everything is gonna start going wrong. Almost everything that could go wrong will go wrong. As soon as you make a decision like, yeah, I'm gonna start doing this and that, I'm gonna get this new job, I'm gonna start this new activity, you're gonna have all reasons come at you to not do it. And that's just like, it's a bunch of things that could be, right? That could be God preparing you for what you actually want. He's kind of testing you first, like, oh yeah, you want this, you want to do that, yeah, you gotta really make sure you're worthy of this. So, and he's gonna test you from the beginning. It's also that the devil the devil doesn't want you to actually be better and change and do better. So he's gonna also send a whole bunch of negativity your way, and it's your job to get through it. Don't stop. The path to mediocrity is easy. It's smooth, it's sweet. The path to greatness is hard. It's gonna get tougher as soon as you start trying to make it. Not even try. As soon as you start to make your life better, go in the right direction, it's gonna get so tough. It's gonna feel like you're doing the wrong thing. And it's like, you gotta push past that. You gotta push past that learning curve, that growing pain. It feels so tough, and it feels impossible. It feels like you made the wrong decision. But I promise you, what we're used to is that instant gratification. We'll get motivated and we'll get pumped up, and we'll be like, yeah, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna go do this thing. I'm gonna go better myself. And then you expect things to go right away. You expect to go right away because we're so used to instant gratification. We're so used to, like, when we do something, we expect we'll see the positive results right away, because the thing is, negative results are usually instant. Meaning that if you do something negative, you get that good feeling right away. If you go smoke, or you go drink, or you go party, or you go do something that's bad, you get the good feeling of it right away. So we think that's how positive things work, and that's not the case. Positive things have a delay. You're planting a seed, and it takes time to grow. And with that seed you planted, that seed is gonna be under a lot of pressure. You imagine how a seed feels in the ground while it's underneath all that dirt, all that pressure? But you gotta be able to withstand that. Us as human beings, we have that choice to start and stop. But in nature, things don't start and stop. A butterfly doesn't have a choice but to get into that cocoon. When a seed goes to the ground, it goes into the ground. It has no choice. It can't climb out of the ground and be like, you know what? Yeah, I don't want to grow no more. No, it stays there. Only us. God gave us that choice to choose if you want to continue that path or not. But it's up to us to stay no matter what. Things are gonna get tough. It gets tough, but it gets easier over time. It gets easier before you even achieve your actual goal. It's ups and downs, but I'm telling you, once you keep going, that's it. You're gonna master each level you decide to go on, but it takes time. It takes time. Whatever that endeavor is, that new thing is, that new business, that new job, new diet, new workout, new just mindset. It takes time to adapt it, but God put us here to grow and adapt. We're never the same. We're not supposed to be and stay the same as human beings. That's not how we were designed. The only thing that's designed like that is creatures. We're not the same as animals. A dog's gonna be a dog from the day it is born to the day it dies. It just does what dogs do. It doesn't evolve into something else. Us, we're designed to grow, to create, to be fruitful, to multiply. Be fruitful, that means multiple things. It doesn't mean just to have children. Yeah, have children, populate the earth. I fully believe in that. But also ourselves, supposed to multiply, create things that live on after us. Create things that we could pass down. Create things that create fruit. That's what it's about. So just get through that learning curve. It's gonna be a lot of things. Once you start changing, you may be lonely. A lot of your friends are not gonna understand. Friends, family, whoever, loved ones. Some of them are not gonna understand what you're doing. They're not gonna understand what you're doing, and that's not their place and their job to understand. You may get a lot of friction between you and them. They may not understand, especially if you're younger and your parents who are stuck in a certain mind state. They may think you're doing the wrong thing. But once you have that vision, only you can see your vision. And really, when your vision comes through, that's gonna be better. That's gonna be good for them. That's going to be good for everybody you care about, because now you're able to help them in a different, more exponential way. You're not limited to the things you could do for people once you get to a certain level. So it's like when somebody is drowning, when the people around you are drowning, if you just go in and you go in and try to help them, you go in normally, they'll be panicking and be in survival mode that they can pull you down. That's what it is. If you want to quit your job to go pursue something that could pay you more than a job exponentially, your parents they may start panicking. What are you doing? What are you doing? They don't realize that this is beneficial to them in the long run. They're in survival mode, so they're drowning. They're like, yo, what's going on? They're in survival mode, so they're not gonna understand the long term. It's up to you to prove that. And it's gonna be a lot of pressure, but you gotta do what you gotta do, because that's gonna benefit them in the long run. So yeah, just keep it going. It's uncomfortable. Uncomfortability is a sign of growth. And it feels so good once you begin to actually see the results and things get a little easier. Things don't get easier, first of all. We adapt and we grow, we get better. We get better, we get stronger, faster. Things become easier. We have to start doing the things that, first of all, we have to start putting limitations on ourselves. There's nothing in this world that we can't do. Nothing. That's how we are created. It doesn't matter what your background is, whatever society may think, doesn't matter your skin color, gender, whatever the case is, age, nothing is out of reach. There's plenty of things that you do right now that you never thought in a million years that you'd be able to do. And it's been like that since the beginning. When we were kids, we didn't know how to walk. We didn't know how to talk. Imagine if we had our consciousness that we have now when we were children and we were trying to walk and we were thinking to ourselves, oh my God, this is impossible. This is impossible, but we never gave up. We gotta have, now we're so conscious and we're so aware that we'll talk ourselves out of something because it's difficult. As kids, we didn't know any better but to keep trying. Now we were thinking too much. Sometimes you just gotta turn your emotions off. Don't turn your brain off. Keep your brain on, because you want to be there for the experience. But turn your emotions off and just go and just go and just go and get it done. Just get it done with that, because everything is steps. Whether it be a job that's super difficult, but it pays you enough, and you just keep the outcome in mind. That's one thing that we have to do. That's hyper focus. When you're doing something and you're pursuing something that's great, and now when you're doing something that's great, it's uncertain, especially because it's going to be something you may have never done. So you don't even know what the outcome truly looks like. You know what failure looks like. We can imagine failure very easily, but that success of accomplishing a certain goal that we've never done, it's hard for us to imagine it. So our brain naturally will drift to the possibility of it going wrong, because we're just used to seeing things going wrong. But that's actually blasphemous. That's really, like, to be honest, it's like a sin. Because now, if God puts you on your purpose, put that purpose in your mind, in your head, and confirm with you that, yeah, this is what you're supposed to be doing. It's hard, it's difficult, but if you have faith, it will work out. As soon as you have doubt, you're basically doubting God. You're doubting God, you're doubting the God in yourself, you're doubting what God has ordained you to do. So it's important to catch yourself and just focus. You have to focus that energy instead of focusing on what could go wrong if you fail at something, and put all that energy, when you're going through the process, put all that energy into the immaculate feeling of the results of when it goes right. You got to hold on to that as much as possible, because that's what's going to get you through the tough times. That's that why. How good is it going to feel? How are you going to feel when you actually accomplish the life you want? It's important to be very vivid and very specific as possible, because that's going to make you feel it even stronger while you're going through the tough times. It's difficult. It takes practice. But we'll get better. The difficulty stays there, but we just get better at doing this the more we practice it, the more we become more conscious. So yeah, definitely, we can all accomplish everything we want, everything for sure. And it's gonna feel so sweet, and I'm so excited. I'm excited for myself. I'm excited for everybody who's on their path, on their journey. We're all gonna get there. We're gonna better ourselves, our lives, our community, and the people that we love. It's gonna be amazing. Just stay on that path, stay motivated, and get strong. Stop being such a victim. Stop feeling so sorry for yourself. In that state of mind, you can't see what you actually have. You can't see the opportunity. If something is tough, go through it, because what? It's making you tougher. Sometimes we need God put you in that tough situation so you can become stronger. You're in a tough situation, you're asking to be taken out of it when it's not done yet. It's not done making you who you're supposed to be. You're basically asking to be taken off your path, that you don't want success anymore. You don't want it anymore because it's tough right now? No. After a while, you stay on that path, you're going to laugh in the face of whatever that was disrupting you in the beginning. You're going to laugh in the face of these trials that used to be so detrimental to you. Now they're nothing. You've gotten through it. You got better. They're always going to be there, but you're going to get stronger. But just stay on that path. Just stay on that path. Be intelligent. Don't just blindly do stuff. Be intelligent. Be smart. Your head is above your body. Your brain tells your body what to do. So don't just run out and do random things now. Like, think about it, obviously. But once you know what to do, even if it's difficult, but it's confirmed with you, you do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. And it becomes a lot easier. Sometimes things are not even hard. They're just unfamiliar. It's just foreign to us. It'd be something easy. If you've, one of the easiest things to do that's super lucrative, writing a book. Most of us, most we've ever written is an essay in school. To sit down and actually write a whole book it's not hard physically. It's not hard physically at all. But mentally, it's just unfamiliar. But physically, it's actually very easy. So things that are actually difficult to us sometimes, they're not actually difficult. They're just unfamiliar. We have to now, like I said, God made us to adapt and to change and to grow. We can do that. We can do these things. But it just takes the same effort. It may be hard in the beginning. It may be a lot easier than you think. But it's possible. We have to stay on that path and just keep going. And the rewards for things that we do mentally is actually way more than physically. If you notice, the people who do a lot of hard and physical, hard labor jobs, they'll get paid more than maybe a minimum wage person, but they're not getting paid somebody as the same level as somebody who used their brain. They're not getting paid as much as a screenwriter, as an author, things like that. These people have to use their brain. People who use their creativeness and their mental capabilities. Those people are the ones who get super exponential amount of money. So eventually, in the long run, I feel like everybody should start pursuing things like that. But it may take steps. Right now, I'm in the steps of doing both. Right now, I have a very physical job. But, I take the positives out of it. It makes me stronger. It makes me physically stronger, mentally stronger also, because it takes a lot of mental work to tell yourself to do something that's very physically hard. And I'm also doing the intelligent work. So going both ways. But like I said, doesn't matter what it is, what you got ordained to do, push through it. Is definitely worth it. Be smart, be intelligent, be relentless, and let's get to it. See you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, we are gonna get to it, I promise you. Just stick to the path. Let's go.